Good morning, folks. Rodney here. I'm now. All right, it's up here any moment. Giggles, FPV, good morning. Johnny Joan Flyer, good morning, brother. All right, I'm up to 381 feet. As you can see, there's not a cloud at all in front of us. In fact, I don't see a cloud over me either. But while we're waiting for the sun, which is supposed to be at 5:07, Warren, good morning. Let's go ahead and do a 360. Point that down so we maybe that's a little further than I wanted. So it looks like it's going to be a really nice day according to the weather, so I might get to go fly. Lance, good morning. Peter Carroll, good day. Hope you all are well. It's another Saturday sunrise. And I think the sun is going to come up right there in the center. Man, I don't know what's... I'm going to have to play with this little tablet a little bit because it shows I'm buffering, but I am seeing the chats. All right, let me jink around with this for a few minutes here. Let me, well, I'm on the fastest one. So just checking my networks, make sure it's working. And it looks like it is. Well, I can see the chat, so we'll just leave it at that. Okay, Brother Casey, thank you for joining us. Russell Graham, good morning. And I think I've got everybody so far. So, anyway, that sun should be coming up around between 7:05 and 7:07. And depends on what app you're looking at. Ronnie, God bless America. Good morning. It is a nice, brisk, cool morning. I think it was like 54 degrees when I looked at the weather app last. And it's just certainly chilly this morning. Got fog on the water again. It's going to happen quite a bit lately, or it's been happening quite a bit lately. Scott, Jackrabbit FPV, good morning. Jerry Franks, good morning, neighbor. Dusty, good morning. Drone Okie, good morning, brother. Let me see if I can make you a moderator. If I can't make you a moderator now, I'll make you one when I finish today. So, Drone Okie is from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, near my old stomping grounds. He's just a hop, skip, and a jump from Tulsa. In fact, I watched one of his videos the other day, and he was doing a panorama. He was doing a spin and caught the Tulsa skyline, and then that building that Oral Roberts built. I can't remember the name of it. Drone Okie, can you help me out there, brother? What is the name of that building? It's like the tallest, or I don't know. It may be the tallest building in Tulsa, anyway. City of Faith. There it is. Yes, sir. And it is not too far from Oral Roberts University. In fact, if I remember correctly, and Drone Okie, correct me, it's right across the street from Oral Roberts University, if I remember correctly. And it was insanely tall. "24 hours from Tulsa," yeah. I always liked living on Tulsa time. In fact, Dennis, I'm going to make that a request, living on Tulsa time. So, start researching. Dennis Lovelady, good morning to you too, buddy. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, I think I got everybody. So, Dennis Lovelady's going to be up next, and he's going to serenade us with some good tunes while we watch the sunrise. At least in Georgia. I think I'm beginning to see a hint of the sun. Let me do this. Yeah. Yeah, I think that sun's going to come up right there. That's what I think. Yeah, colors are awesome this morning. You know what? Just for the giggles and grins, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a picture of that. I don't know. Probably won't turn out worth a darn, but yeah, that's where that sun's coming up. So we'll be doing this again tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be a nice day too. So I may get some flying in both today and tomorrow. Of course, flying today depends on if I can get my battery's charged. I might start those right after the stream. That way, when I am ready to go fly, they'll be ready. So, but anyway, well, it is getting colder here in Virginia. Some of the trees are beginning to turn. I don't think they've quite caught on yet that it's autumn, but some of them are changing. So, but anyway, hot rod in Daytona. Good morning, brother. Saturday morning coffee with Rodney and friends will be up right after Dennis is done. So hope you can stick around for that. If you can't, I certainly understand. I mean, today is Saturday. People got to work, got to, chores to do and stuff. So I understand if you can't be there. And it looks like the sun is just peeking up over the horizon. See, there it is. There it is. Dominic, good morning. Or good evening, as it were. Man, not a breath of wind at all. The roosters are fairly quiet this morning. Of course, as soon as I say it, one way far away does crows. But I don't know that you could have heard that one, because it was really far away. Bring on the roosters. No, actually, I'm kind of enjoying this little quiet. Neighbors got some rabbits, and I think they got some doves. They did have doves. I don't know if they still do or not. Once the sun touches the horizon, it takes 1.5 minutes to become fully visible. Wow, that's an interesting... That's an interesting fact there, Ronnie. And as you can see, it's more than halfway above the horizon now. Oh, look, there's a little wisp of a cloud. That could be a contrail, too. Yeah, that's a contrail. Yeah, let's just zoom in there. It's almost over the horizon. B-Rad. How you doing, Brad? Hope you and your wife had a good time down there in, wherever it is you go. Myrtle Beach, I think he was at. Yeah, definitely looks like it is above the horizon now. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, bud. Danny the View Chaser, good morning, my brother. How are you today? All right, well, we've seen the sun come up, and even though it is pretty, it's kind of dull, in a manner of speaking. So let's take a flight. All right, let's spin around here. And we'll go out that ways. You can see some of the trees there to the left center of the screen is beginning to turn. And then I think those are pretty much evergreen trees. For that. Yeah, I'm beginning to lose signal. I'm losing. Oh, looky there. I think I need to hit the return. Oh, there's home. Man, I'm out there. Okay, now that I kind of know where I'm at. I don't know what that area is. That is definitely the creek. Alright, I better kind of start heading home. Aircraft in the airport with caution. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's that old sun. Alright, now we're getting into home territory. I'm sorry, Mr. JRC, good morning, you doing, man? Once I get above the house, I'm going to go through the chats and see if there's anyone I missed, like Mr. JRC there. Good thing I looked up. But anyway, if I haven't called you out yet, bear with me. There I is. All right. Let's look at the sun for a final time. I go through the chats here. Mr. JRC again, good morning. Michael Blade, good morning. Unlimited Vertical, good morning, John. Danny the View Chaser, good morning. Warren, Ronnie, Dennis, Brad, Dominic, Peter, Scott. Just make sure I got everybody. And I think I do. I'm sorry, Dennis. You're right. I should have asked you. You knew. I know you know exactly where I was at. Knew exactly where I was at, and I should have relied on your friendship and your knowledge. I'll do that next time. So, all right, boys. Well, let me bring this down. As we say goodbye to the sun. All right, folks. Well, that's going to do it for me. Like I said earlier, Dennis Lovelady's up next. He's going to be followed by Saturday Morning Coffee with Rodney and Friends. And I hope you'll be able to join us for both of those follow-on shows. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, the Sunday Sunrise Cruise, starting with Dennis Lovelady. Starting with me here in Virginia, moving to Georgia with Dennis Lovelady, and following Dennis Lovelady, of course, will be Chris Hope. And following Chris Hope will be Johnny Jones Flyer with Jones and Coffee. Folks, say a prayer for our country, say a prayer for our men and women in uniform, say a prayer for our first responders, say a prayer for those that are in need of prayers, and have a great weekend. We'll see you over at Dennis's house. Love y'all. Bye now.